This crisis, all part of the continuing fallout from that 6-week war Armenia had with Azerbaijan late last year, a war it lost.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeannie, let's take a big step back here. That war, a lot of Armenians are absolutely fuming. They are seething over what they see as a humiliating loss to their neighbor Azerbaijan after a 6-week war. Now, that war, as you know, was fought over the enclave of Nagorno-Karabakh. It is an ethnic Armenian enclave within Azerbaijan's borders. Now, the target of their ire is the current Prime Minister, Nikol Pashinyan. You'll remember he came to power amid a popular revolution back in 2018, very popular back then, with over 80% support. Now, Pashinyan basically he agreed to a Russian brokered ceasefire, end to the war with Azerbaijan, and this is absolutely enraged Armenians. Pashinyan has said that he really had no choice in the matter, that it was either that or risking even further catastrophic loss of both human life and territory. But he also at the same time punted some of the blame over to the military, suggesting that they had failed to effectively deploy some very advanced high-tech Russian-made Iskander missiles, which could have perhaps turned the military equation more in Armenia's favor. Look, whatever happened is, after this, after he deflected blame on the military called for his resignation in late February. In turn, the prime minister sacked, or tried to sack at least, the top military chief, Oni Gasparyan, and he needed the president's approval in order to do it. The president of Armenia refused twice to approve of the prime minister's decision to sack this army chief. So basically, we have this limbo situation right now. As of today, the prime minister says, well, because there was no decree, the timeline has lapsed for the president to try to sign a decree on this order. Effectively, the top military chief is sacked. He is out of power. The military doesn't see it that way. The president, meanwhile, is appealing to the Constitutional Court for a decision. So as far as this showdown between the military and Pashinyan's concerned, it continues, Jeannie. At one point, Pashinyan was considering this sort of an attempt at a military coup. He's moderated his language since then. He doesn't want things to spiral out of control, but it really is an escalation, and there really is a showdown right now between the military and the prime minister.
Right. So given that we're in this limbo state with a showdown, what comes next?
Well, you know, you look at the situation as I just described it, you'd say, wow, it would seem that Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan's days are really numbered, that he probably won't survive this. But then, you know, think again. The opposition, yes, they've been holding protests in front of Parliament. Yes, they've been out on streets. The opposition is not monolithic. They themselves are very divided. And in fact, among Armenian popular opinion, you know, I told you that Pashinyan, even though his approval rating has fallen, his popularity, he still retains a majority of Armenians who don't believe, according to recent polls, that he should step down. Only 45% of Armenians really think that he should go. And so he does retain some popular support with a divided opposition. Moscow, for the meantime, has 2,000 Russian peacekeepers right now patrolling this ceasefire. They're on the ground, but Moscow itself is not stepping into this political internal crisis right now as they see it. So it's sort of staying out of the fray. The U.S. and Europe, meanwhile, are calling on the military leaders in Armenia to exercise what they call restraint. So no, it is not game over. By far, it is not game over yet for Pashinyan. He has been wily and resilient in the past. He still retains some popular backing, and he could see off this opposition threat, even if that military situation, as I described it, that showdown with the top military brass is not resolved. It's still a dangerous and precarious situation, but Pashinyan, while down, is not out, not by a long shot.
Doug, thanks for that. France 24's Doug Herbert.